governance and a peaceful society. We're talking Drum Studio, Salone, and the partner there. So the PCMH Hospital, na Freetown. Statistics Salone don't say Salone in GDP don't increase by 56%. Then story also plus more. Sport all line up for you inside the program today.
So there it is for the next 1 hour 30 minutes. Yusuf can join the conversation. Send your message to the number 0779639630, 0779639630. We start with the news.
Rise Radio 96.3 FM. This is the news with me, Musa Baise. The Vice President for Salone, Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo, don't say the China Railway 7th Group, CRSG, don't give 1 million new loans to the Community Development Fund for community them where they are along the Wellington Maisaka toll gates them. Where be they launch the Community Development Fund for them community there. So Tuesday, the Vice President say Community Development Fund important for help make local community them develop quick one. Dr. Jallo say all other company them where they operate within the toll gate area them go same way so get for the contribute to this community development fund. The Vice President Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo say then go get for manage the fund well and self say now the community people them go get for decide but how for use the money for develop them different community them. The Deputy Statistician General na Statistics Sierra Leone, Lansana Kane don't say for make them go able develop proper gross domestic product figure them, the institution need for ensure say them work there in line with international standards by way out them for the get new GDP for Salone. Kane say as standard, then for they review the gross domestic product every 5 years and ensure say the products very important for macrofinance analysis. The Deputy Statistician General say they don't able update Salone in GDP with big increase na the level of the economy.
With the help of Africa Quest 2 IMF program, we have been able to update our GDP. So currently, we have our GDP updated to 2018, and then which shows a significant increase in the level of the economy. To understand when you say the economy has grown by 56%. What we have done is not a poverty analysis. It's just an update of the gross domestic product using newer standards and practices and using a newer base year than the previous one.
Deputy Statistician General na Statistics Sierra Leone, Lansana Kane say then go use the updated GDP for plenty analysis like Human Development Index and other one them. You dey listen to use where they come to you from Rise Radio 96.3 FM. The Executive Director for Women and AIDS in Africa Salone Chapter, Marie Benjamin, don't say people for tap for the point finger per commercial sex worker them as he say themselves gets the human rights them just like any other person. Benjamin say as part of the advocacy for ensure say commercial sex worker them gets easy access to health services, make they don't train some health worker them but the rights them within sex worker they are get and self urge them for tap for treat them commercial sex worker they are so bad where them gonna health center them. He say them kind training they also go help for reduce the level of discrimination where commercial sex worker them can face for get health service them.
Stigma and discrimination, how they can reduce that for them people so they can access services. So now that make we can call them 5 days. We give them all this training. Tell them waiting at them people here, waiting the money, waiting at the challenges, waiting at the gaps for them access services. We also they give them what we call PrEP, pre-exposure prophylaxis. So then if you take them a medicine, if you take her, you don't get the HIV.
The Executive Director for Women and AIDS in Africa Salone Chapter, Marie Benjamin, urge other organizations themselves for help talk about the rights them where weak group them na society gets. Now use about other country them. According to BBC, the President in South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, gets for sign into law one national health bill we aim for provide well body facility for millions of poor people them in South Africa. The National Health Insurance Bill, they try for give all South African them access to quality health care. Lawmaker them be passed the law last year and go get for cost billions of dollars. Inside other news, still in South Africa, The Premier and Western Cape Province e no go lose hope for the pool survivor dem wey still dey under the 5-story building wey bin collapse na the city of George but 8 days ago. Alan Winde say the rescue operation dey continue layer by layer for ensure the safety of anybody wey still dey alive. Reports say na about 20 people still missing. That's na news wey come to you from Rise Radio 96.3 FM. My name na Musa by Sise.
Plenty thanks to Musa by Sise for we bring the Rise News summary. The time now from studio clock, now 11 minutes after 6. And the program now Yone Salone, where they come to you live from Rise Radio 96.3 FM. Inside the program today, we'll look at Talking Drum Studio Salone together with Budget Advocacy Network and 50/50 Group Salone with support from Irish Aid. Don't get to a national public policy dialogue on strengthening the role of women for inclusive governance and a peaceful society, with a theme promoting dialogue for more citizens-focused policies. And for that make, we get inside the studio Tommy McCarthy, who is the program coordinator for Talking Drum Studio Salone, as he go come tell you about this dialogue. Same also inside the program, we'd expect for Get Online doing Richmond, we have now an artist as inside go come for tell you who that na him. 077 963 963. Na normal and we say go send a text message and be part of the program.
We continue with the program. We will take our first insights. But before that, one welcome Mr. McCarthy. Good evening. Welcome to the program.
Good evening.
We'll come back to you just now. The Minister of Information and Civic Education, Chairman Ba, don't give updates, but things that way happen inside governance over the week. He give this update here, so now the every Tuesday weekly government press briefing, where then can get the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, then conference room na Tower Hill inside Freetown. For more on that updates, we could listen to the Minister.
There's a bill currently Paris, France, for attend the summit on clean cooking in Africa. Midday 98.1 this morning. Maybe ask some questions and provide some updates on this. President Bill actually the invited her to deliver the keynotes on turning point for clean cooking in Africa during the plenary session, and he did it accompanied by a delegation will include Chairman Kande Kolayonkela, Minister Jiwa Abdullahi, and the Salon Ambassador to Belgium. The Minister for Public Administration and Political Affairs, Amara Kalon, de Cairo, Egypt, and he did it for sign an MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, for strengthening the cooperation between the Ministry of Public Administration and Political Affairs and the Central Agency for Organization and Administration, International Relations Departments and Egypt. It's a part of President Bill's Big Five agenda, and I'm saying for reform the public service. And so their relationship, they help you for the benefits of technical expertise of the partner country them. Egypt are one of them country that they. While the minister will meet with other big people, including the Prime Minister of Egypt, and see what's able for we come back as alone. The Minister of Tourism, Nabila Tunis, take part in the soft launch of within one platform winning BSK TV network, Radiosl Blue. We be asked for Kubo and the border states. Apparently, BSK network is a pan-African multifunctioning platform where they offer more than multiple entertainment services from world-class movies, TV shows, documentaries and podcasts, live radio to live streaming. The network there channel 200. When Chief Minister Dr. David Moynihan sent them to go to America recently, he will get an opportunity for engage with the International Development Finance Corporation for the United States government, and then they announced $412 million as a support for address alone in energy needs. So the DFC law approved another new loan of up to $292 million for support the Freetown-based Western Area Power Generation project. We want to tell with the hopes that we will continue to reap the benefits of their investment here, as His Excellency the President will take over the Ministry of Energy they continue to do the work we need to do for solve this problem once and for all. This week, President Bill formally opened the ECOWAS Court of Justice 4-day conference in Salone on the theme enhancing the role, relevance, and effectiveness of the ECOWAS Court of Justice through the strengthening of synergies between the court and national stakeholders. This conference, the goal now for Lede to continue to improve the impact of the regional court system, and he attract over 250 participants, including the President of the ECOWAS Court of Justice, Federal Justice Edward Asante. It's now part of the way we don't see more and more international conferences in Cancer now. And part of the benefit we see, almost every weekend when they report, so Salone hosts another major international conference. So just want to say that airport days, if you get the doing advantage, they continue for the work, they attract more people to come, and they continue to expand the space as an opportunity. And the Honorable Vice President Alhaji Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo, they launched the Salone Metal Group West Africa Logistics Center by Leo Rock Metal Group and Pepel Woodlock District. This logistics hub and integrated with the Sea River and railway transportation with multiple functions there. And it will bring opportunities for support the company in whether the imports from different countries there, and it will continue to generate revenue for the country. The expectation and that this expansion will also boost revenue and job opportunities significantly. We just get one final update. A team of experts from Rwanda last Thursday meets with the Minister of Internal Affairs, Major General retired David Taluva, for address bilateral cooperation between Salone and Rwanda. The team leader, Jean-Baptiste Kamali, will say the purpose of this visit now for let assess how we will continue to work together deeply with bilateral ties and security exchange and logistics exchange between Salone and with sister country Rwanda. And people still continue to talk about this WASP situation, and we see plenty of fake news. They happened, I think I clarified again last week. We give numbers, we don't do distribution and clarification. Just want to make that point today again, say government they work with the school authorities that we don't satisfy their conditions for make sure say we begin to get an alternative for take the exam, and we believe say one option will be for them to take in November. So the one they really say, oh, government no one, how government will pay for student there all throughout. They will come by WASP.
If you just tune in, you listen to Yone Salone where they come to live na Rise Radio 96.3 FM. Talking Drum Studio Salone together with Budget Advocacy Network and 50/50 Group Salone with support from Irish Aid don't get one national public policy dialogue on strengthening the role of women for inclusive governance and a peaceful society with a theme promoting dialogue for more citizens focused policies. And for that make we get inside the studio Tommy McCarthy, one of the program coordinator for Talking Drum Studio Salone. Good evening once more. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, and thanks for having me here.
So now we go straight to the point. You know, this national public policy dialogue we on our being get today. Start for give small something where people need for no bottom.
All right, so let me just give you give people a context around why not Talking Drum Studio, how the project will be conceived. So people will be sabi search for common ground today. We na inside the shoes na they Talking Drum Studio don't put in foot from 2020 we search for common ground. We don't wrap up from Salone and then they focus power that in other country them. So the project we born this national public policy dialogue, we inherit them. Talking Drum Studio inherit them from Search for Common Ground. And this na the number 4 national public policy dialogue we don't hold. they will make 4 and be the last from Search for Common Ground. Talking to them don't hold 3 from 2021 to 2024. Now, the idea around the National Public Policy Dialogue be conceived around how for empower women, where then are the always marginalized sex na salon. So this project we don't they carry for the past 5 years. Don't they carry women them along where we call the Women Community Solidarity Groups. Short for this program, we'll call them WCSGs.
Okay.
This now women from local communities of the provinces in 7 districts we include Tonkolele, Gambia, Potloko, Kono, Kenema. Additionally, now initially we start with 5. Now we have Moyamba in Karine district. These are women where you look say society be don't push them in a corner. Now I'm talking to them studio, work with them, begin empower them with trainings, give them all sorts of trainings up to how for manage little budget them, and even how for make small report them. So down the line, 4 or 5 years ago, the women there don't they get every year this capacity building support, every year in and out with a strengthening capacity. And they like it today. Most of the women group there now go to people for solve problem in the society. Society, they look up to them, the community look up to them for as peace ambassadors. Because if you don't know, audience don't know, and talking to them studio, now, well, I would say, arguably the most reliable peace building organization will inherit from Search for Common Ground, Yone Salone. Mm-hmm. So, we don't carry the woman there 4 or 5 years down the line. It is it's just important that things the way they make them push in a corner, we them for the gets when are they right for they in place in the community. So that we don't get this now the 4th series of National Public Policy Dialogue where they bring together, where they convey people and from different aspects of life. I'll start first with the media. They bring them together, ministries, agencies, departments across the board from all the project districts and in Freetown. Come together, drop those things when are issues affecting women in general in the country. So today it's not be different too much from what we get last year.
But you say it did not be different too much from what we don't get last year and the previous year. Them. So it means say something a bit different. So what's really different?
So let me give listeners what happened actually in the book, the new Brookfield Hotel today. So the Irish ambassador was in attendance, and the Ministry of Gender and Children Affairs was also in attendance. In fact, Naingi the keynote address and present beer on ground, waiting the women in the face in the country. And he dropped them as topic for discourse as to how they will put policies in place. Because, of course, the meeting also attracts members of parliament.
Okay. Those
policymakers, those people where the country they look up to for formulate laws and ensure they are effected. Members from the law officers department, members from the security sector, members from the market women sector, from drivers union, all the sectors put together, including the Women Community Solidarity Group. So key discussion points involve around how for improve or increase women participation in the political process of this country.
Okay.
So it go interest audience for the citizens for no say. Inside this meeting today, we hear how the different districts them where this project, why we just don't list down, where this project day, then performance. Now the last audit, where the national audit that was done by the National Audit Commission.
Okay, so before we go further, one going for ask how wanna come about for select and district there so we being partake in this program today.
All right. So this is history down the line, as I say. It was conceived by Search for Common Ground.
Okay.
So first, this is a donor-driven project. The donor they tell you say this, our monies will be going to this district for plenty of reasons. But before they were conceived, we did a baseline for see among the district there where women are largely being marginalized, where women voices we need to hear them. So a baseline was done, and the recommendation from that baseline, they bring out Cambia, Loco, Kenema, Tonkoli, and Kono as the 5 districts there at that time where women in voice, we need to hear them too much. So just last year, then we added 2 other districts, which include Moyamba and the new Karine district. So it is out of a survey, baseline survey that we do, and so we will select the district there.
Okay, so now we look at the survey small before we select the district there so for partake in this program today. How really we do the survey for make una get for make una really get the information for say the particular district there so now the woman they highly can be marginalized? Is it that now people wanna go ask personally about how then they live them life or how then they get their livelihood, or is it that a different form of study na do?
So normally organizations don't do the survey themselves. We always they consult. We consult external somebody expert. We go out there and doing sample, not just going to them 5 districts, then they go to all the districts then, and they come out with those 5 in the initial stage, as I be mentioned. Then say, yes, so now the woman in voice, if you have just look around, you go understand. Say, let's take Bow District for example. After Freetown, Bow District, you the young woman they come out. Kenema now a mixed basket of people there on the day. But whilst then gets that mix of economic turnover and all those things, the woman voices are always been not heard. So after the survey, as I say, we consult somebody, we consult a farm, we go do that baseline. So then 5 districts they come up. Then again, another survey was done in 2022. We also recommend further, say, okay, Moyamba and the new Karine district. Karine district for obvious reasons. Now new districts, we need for strength in those structures of them women structures and and all those things. So it was easy. You just would not say na districts will come up.
So now where people know your woman and voice in the district, they also mean say them can be marginalized.
All right. So if the platform no day for lady and hear them voice, don't tell you say the man rule syndrome. Where we the man and we get now we there for year it will continue for there long. So this is where Talking Drum Studio always they can inside creating the platform for engagement, not necessarily for women anymore, but creating the platform for the marginalized group. We will include persons with disability, youth, other young people, girls as well as women.
Okay, so on our theme, promoting dialogue for more citizens-focused policies. But again, on our theme, a kind of a bit generalized from what specifically on our do. How you go able for explain that on the better one?
All right. So I just imagine would have said promoting dialogue for more women-focused policies. You ask me again the question, why women-focused? So we left her opened just so if citizens-focused policies are in place, the women will be included.
Okay.
Persons with disability go there. Young people go there. Them voices, when I don't want any form, the group where largely they suffer marginalization across the board. They will come out. Policies they must come out where go tailor the needs and interest.
Okay, continue for still to inside the program. And name now Tommy McCarthy, we are the project coordinator for Talking Drum Studio Salone. As they tell you more about the program where them get the way them join on with Budget Advocacy Network and 50-50 Group Salone with support from IHAID for make them get to a national public dialogue on where then say for get strength to the role of women and for inclusive governance and peaceful society with them promoting dialogue for more citizens focused policies. And so we'll take we another insight inside the program today we get for do with Statistics Salone. A Salone in GDP don't increase by 56%. This don't make Statistics Salone inside one press conference being give update to journalists them, but Salone GDP rebase what they can do every 5 years. For more on this, I'll be there the end. Make you listen to the report.
The GDP or gross domestic product of Salone is primarily focused on agriculture, mining, and other service them. Agriculture they play big role in the country in economy as e get some amount of people where they work and get from there. This self they contributes to the GDP. The mining industry right now now the most important sector inside Salone economy. The country gets mineral resource them like gold, bauxite, rutile, and iron ore. Them mineral also they serve as one important source for foreign exchange where they contribute to the GDP. The service sector now one new sector where they help push the country economy. It gets plenty thing them inside like telecommunications, banking, tourism, transportation, and trade. This being term, Statistics Salone, we get the right for Pulnado news them about the country in economy and other important information them, been Pulnado news about the country GDP, where they can check about every 5 years. Lansana Puelo Kane, now the Deputy Statistician General, he start for talk about their work as one government institution.
Statistics Sierra Leone is the institution mandated by law to produce official statistics for the country, and economic statistics is a key part of that mandate. And the key economic statistics that StatSL produces on a yearly basis is the national account. The most common one is the gross domestic product. The gross domestic product explains the health and stability of the Sierra Leonean economy, and we have been producing it since 2001. The GDP is a product that is produced using international standards for comparison with other countries, which means standards are set, policies are set by the UN Statistical Institution and by the IMF and the World Bank on how to produce the GDP, which will aid comparison with all other nations across the world.
For make them go able to provide this country with real GDP figure them, they need for ensure say they work in at the same position with international standard. Where they can refresh the GDP, then can use recent base year for get the real and important information after every 5 years.
So for us to be able to provide this country with accurate GDP figures, we need to ensure that our product or our work is exactly in line or in tune with the international standards. Doing that means rebasing, what they will always say, rebasing the GDP, refreshing the GDP. It means we have to use a very more recent base year instead of a previous base year which would have been maybe obsolete or years back. As a standard, actually, the GDP should be rebased every 5 years. We always have to ensure that our product, a very important product for macroeconomic analysis, should always be produced using the most current international standards. With the help of AfriTac West 2 IMF program, we have been able to update our GDP. So currently, we have our GDP updated to 2018, and then which shows a significant increase in the level of the economy. To understand when you say the economy has grown by 56%.
According to Lansana Puelo Kane, wetin them as institution don't do, not a poverty analysis, but na update about the GDP we don't add up by 56% with new method where them be used.
And then you in turn being, what we have done is not a poverty analysis. It's just an update of the gross domestic product using newer standards and practices and using a newer base year than the previous one. Like we've mentioned, the GDP will be used for several analyses. The Human Development Index, the GDP to debt ratio, the revenue to GDP ratio, and several others. Government will be able to also use this current GDP, the updated one, for several other macroeconomic fiscal policies as they may deem it fit.
Wey e bin do im presentation, di Director of National Accounts and Economic Statistics Division, Mwaluma and Rubrama Gegbe, talk about how the GDP important for country development and how dem can use am for analyze projects dem, like the President in 5 big changer dem, the midterm National Development Plan, and SDG.
The national account statistics are compiled by Statistics Relium in the division, in my division, and in the section we call the national account section. The gross domestic product is one set aggregate of the national accounts and is most widely used indicator for economic performance. By definition, it is the estimated value of output, that is the goods and services produced by either a country or a region for a specific period. And it is mostly measured quarterly and annually. It means that, when we talk of the national account or the GDP, when we talk about the GDP, we are talking about the monetary value of the goods produced and the services produced within the country within a specific period, and mostly is quarterly or yearly. So the GDP is a key indicator for assessing countries' macroeconomic health and stability, because what actually GDP shows the level of production of that country as well as the growth of that country. So therefore, it's one of the indicators that is used to measure, to assess the health of the economy. And of course, it's a key indicator for assessing His Excellency's Big 5 priorities. There's the Midterm National Development Program, that is 2024 to 2030, and the SDGs. If you look at all these documents, the Big 5, the MTN, DP, and the SDGs, you realize that the GDP, the national income, they are key indicators in all these documents. So that is why it's really important.
For Rise Radio, Samuel Ali Kamara, the report.
The time now studio clock right now 6:36 p.m. and inside the studio we do with Tommy McCarthy. We come up from Talking Drum Studio as they talk about them program where them gets the way them we get for do it national policy dialogue on strengthening the role of women for inclusive governance and a peaceful society. Once more, you're welcome inside the program. So let we continue from the point where in the way we talk about marginalization and other plenty other things. Now for the fourth time this now way una don't do this particular program on women. Women self then the fight for them 30% and governments don't give them. So I'm going for ask for how una can only get the feedback. It really don't be impactful.
That's a beautiful one. So let me just take you down the line. So from in the past 4 years, we done a deal with 820 women put together in the seven districts. As I say, now informal groups them. Not a group that we go register na council and no, just informal groups them put together. The women there then get small ladies then at the community, then where they mentor and call them mentees. Then people that they mentor girl picking at the community, them we will call people that we don't picking it, ladies titi that we don't go out of the way, where people that we don't condemn, society don't condemn and put them back to society, bring them to school, and they go school. That is one thing way now again of the project. Now, in 2018, this project presented about 60 of these women to for symbols, political symbols, for vying for local council election. Among the one there, now 5, 9 be get symbol, now 5 be then be elect as councillors. But we go interest people for Sabi say in 2023 election, based on the capacity support, then 3 organizations only give them women there. And we will say 3 organizations, listen to just Talking Drum Studio. And they have just represent the consortium. It's a consortium project. We comprise Talking Drum Studio as the lead organization. 50-50 group. We bring the woman equity, gender equity aspect, and ban where they for inject into the women there gender-based budgeting and council and all those things. But I will go come to that topic there. So 820 women will be done to take them along. So in 2023, 134 of the women there they come out for political positions. For make them named in the lists. Among the 134, about 37 be they wouldn't give lists. Say now the PR system in the 2023 elections, we get party list. I mean, not a symbol we call it again. They within a party list them. Among the wire, 17. Imagine 2018 had been 5. Now, in 2023, 17 were elected as local councillors. 2 now deputy vice chairpersons na the district.
So, but one go say, then figure the answer we actually don't outline. So, it's still low for the expectation of women them.
Yes.
What do they do for making increase the number?
So the capacity they flow. I mean, imagine we don't. I initially talk say, now woman the way society we don't look low upon. Not to any woman we get them formal education the Korean that you understand. Now women the way, then just society we don't just like push them away. Now them this project put together 50-50 group, give them capacity, give them voice. Bank out the budget aspect of the project. Whilst talking to home studio, presented to them technical skills, provide training on technical skills, and ensure give them skills around peace mediation. So the women there, apart from the fact say in 2023, 19 get political position. But as I say initially, now then are peace ambassadors there. They don't make the work of the local court system and the community, they don't reduce. Also, people will go complain, go summons, then they go call them women there for go make peace.
Okay.
So the local court system in their community there, with them fairness, it don't reduce the inflow of cases. Now the local court system, it don't reduce because the women then they step in for mediate and mitigate issues among society people are making, most largely among women. You know, say women are responsible can get responsible more than any community. So they intervene because they get the skill, the common ground, win-win situation. And skill for mediate.
Okay, so woman and the way you go meet them, especially in a provincial area, and they will tell you not to just talk they want, but they need something like, for example, food at the table. They need something where you go to keep the life going, and you don't make mention of women's empowerment. How really the empowerment can touch to their life or can change their life?
Okay, so what in the project do for ensure say the 820 women there get hands-on supervision. They engage local level civil society organization them. We're in a formal group.
Okay.
For let they like oversee the activities of the WCSG there, the Women Community Solidarity Group, as I don't say. So the project every quarter, I think you ask around, not to just talk. They put food on the table.
Yeah.
Every 3 months, the project, they support them CSO there with small money. With themselves, they use for capacity themselves and provide supervision over the informal groups them. Now, the informal groups them, just within 12 months from last year to now, they don't start what you call VSLA, Village Savings and Loan Schemes.
Okay.
So they start with nothing. Now, the least group don't get that up to $350. Where salon money, $100 now something like 2.3 or 2,300 they are about. So if you put $350, they talk about something where they close to 8,000 for women of 10. Where at that community day, where then they go just get together and give one person say, okay, you go do small business, count small interest where they count them.
Okay.
Now, then this Village Savings and Loan Association there, through their savings there now, they're able to buy, outside government don't pay school fee for you picking, they're able to buy now stiletto, they will buy slippers, buy book, outside book business come out. If you get the opportunity for engage them when they are, then testimonies there will get them live. Because 12 months before now, the woman will be able to do them thing there. Remember, say them Village Savings and Loans. We're not even getting startup kits. Startup. Now they self begin save for themselves from nothing to something. How they do them? Because they get the skills with budget advocacy network, talking home studio, and 50-50 group present to them as to how for manage and small double entry account book them. Within kind side, which one spend, without go for car, without to us the money, all those things. Then small skills there. Now in the woman there, they do. Don't put together now, then get VSLA in the community.
All right, continue for with me inside the program. A name na Tommy McCarthy. We come out from Talking Drum Studio as they tell you more about the National Public Policy Dialogue on strengthening the role of women for inclusive governance and a peaceful society, where this particular dialogue, then we do anything that will feel so tell as we then can look at or give voice to women them and say so give them power for make then continue for live equally as man. Well, the time now studio clock now 6:45 p.m. Make we go for this break. When we come back, the program the carry on.
Now you can send mobile money with no sonko, only with Afri Money. Now you can send mobile money with no sonko, only with Afri Money. How much you want send? 5, 10, 50 or 5,000 leons or even more with no sonko. Yes, anytime, any day, every day. Any sasa you in a salon free with Afri Money. No go outside and the pinch pan the lily where you want send. Avoid sonko. Use Afri Money. Dial *161 *1 # for send mobile money for free. Afri Money to Afri Money. For no more, call 161. Afri Money. No sonko.
Use that Afri money for free. No sonko.
If you just join, we listen to the program Yone Salone. We come to you from Rise Radio 96.3 FM, and today we'll continue for look at the engagement way 50-50 and Talking Drum Stadium being gets with we'll continue for look at the engagement where the Talking Drum Stadium being gets today with then partner them 50-50 and of course the Budget Advocacy Network for talk about how for empower women them for include them in governance and other things them. So we get Mr. McCarthy in our studio from the Talking Drum Studio where they help with that. But let's take another insights now. The program, the Rodney Strasser Foundation don't donate 100 kVA generator and save 325 liter fuel to the PCMH hospital in Freetown. Then do this donation here so as way for respond to the urgent call from the Sick Picking Project. This donation here so be happening yesterday now the Cottage Hospital. We reporter Rosalind Kamara Binde and gonna report.
Among plenty sector them na the country, we don dey face serious challenge for deliver the service them where they supposed for deliver to the people na salon. The health sector na one among them sector dem dey. Access to proper medicine, better service na hospital them, and safe, stable electricity na some of the problem them where the health sectors don dey face over the past years. This don dey happen government in and out, and for sake of this make some people don lost their life na hospital and continue for get complication them because of light and other challenges them. One recent cause of this na usai one young baby be die na the PCMH hospital. This BNTM where this be draw the attention of plenty people them, including sorry art organization them. Na for sake of this make the Rodin Strasser Foundation, when an organization where don dey support people over the past years, been decide for come and support the hospital with 100 kVA generator as way for make sure say then tap the electricity problem na the hospital day. Where in be the talk, Rodin Strasser talk say waiting urge in foundation for do this donation now for help tap picking them for die because of the life challenge where the hospital they face.
Yeah, the urges, there's a lot of urges, should I just say. First of all, I was born here in the Cottage Hospital. Then second of all, my foundation, the Radiosl Foundation, our thing is to save life, stay healthy and save life. Third of all, with the news that I had a couple of days ago about the life that passed away, so he urged me, because if I have the opportunity to do short stuff, so he urged me, I think that is the way forward to help me save life, respected to my donation and respected to my foundation, so that makes me think that. So it's a brand new generator, it's $20,000, and then we're going to afford around 200 liters. Yes, of fuel. Is there also addition to that?
Dr. Amadou Sise, when the acting superintendent na the PCMH hospital, talk say this generator go help fill the gap where the hospital they face pan light business.
So electricity is fundamental, and I believe this is going to really fill that gap or that void that we are looking at, and it's going to help the outcome of our, pregnant women, delivery processes, and so much more. it's something that we really we're hoping for. And at a time like this, when I had the news, I said, "Oh, wow, this is just, God sent. It's going to be something that is very crucial." So, as a manager, as a hospital, as an administration, we are all very thrilled and excited, and we think, appreciate the thoughtfulness behind all of this.
Dr. Amadou Sisebi end up for say,
Majority of the patients that utilize this facility are patients that are, say, low income earners, within society. I'm not saying all, of course, there are people that are affluential that will come here, but a lot of people that come here are people that actually need care and can't afford to go to private healthcare facilities. But of course, in the process of providing care, we have supplies, we have water and other issues. But standing key among is the electricity issue, which has been a challenge recently. Government has done quite well, and I must applaud the effort of the government in helping us get a solar power system, which is now running, which is now providing electricity. But of course, this works well daytime and part of the nighttime. If at all there is prolonged power outage in the night, then it becomes a challenge because the solar powers, the batteries will not last very long in the night time. So that's where the need for alternative power sources comes in.
As the matron, be dey tell plenty thank you to the Radiosl Foundation for the generator, and also talk say this donation will help reduce the electricity problem where the hospital don dey face.
Of these days, at about 11 p.m. at night, there are so many messages going to my phone that matron, we have electricity outage, and there are babies that need electricity. Although it was not here, it needs oxygen. It was not directly from my own facility because it was from SCB. So it was like I was, are we going to have another death again? Oh God, please take control. So with the donation from I'm really overwhelmed, and I want to say that if we help in so many ways to make sure those 11 p.m. calls at night and will surely be reduced. Those will not come to an end, like what you were saying.
Radiosl be end up for say, an organization go continue for do more as way for help people them na Salone. For Rise Radio, me na Rosani Kamara the report.
077-963-963. No matter on the way, go send a text message and be part of the program. Or say if you can get to live now Facebook page, Rise Radio 96.3 FM. Inside the studio, we there with Tommy McCarthy. We come up from Talking Drum Studio. As they tell more about the dialogue what they may get today concerning woman business. 077-963-963. You go send a text message and be part of the program. So, McCarthy, Law will come back again. We don't talk plenty about, how women themselves capable for do things and how una don't they reach out for me can say woman voices then be heard. One interesting thing that now way would they see man themselves they didn't at the forefront, for look at woman issue them. So this one for me can ask the question about how you think say man themselves can be ally for support woman leadership.
All right, so Danley, this is something where we part of the activity the way this project gets, we call them positive masculinity.
We mean say?
We mean man the team up before for push woman business go before.
So what in that one they really mean?
So we get activity in the community then we now man in the column, they invite stakeholders in the community for present them women there, these 820 women, to the community leaders, say them people there, then for give them political position. So it brings me to one of the topics we discussed today at the hall, when our women's political representation in the 2023 elections, and also positioning women in peace and security agenda. So now the key subject in it today we form the thrust of the discussion at the hall today in the Brookfield Hotel. So, but before we come to this then topic there, it started from it's in a community level where we've been designed an activity we call positive masculinity, as I say. And now they see religious leaders, local chiefs. Now then they call a meeting and present the women into political parties. Then they call political parties in the meeting and say, look, the women there. They want to solve for them small case them. I think say this don't match for be councillor. This don't match for be chairperson for council. So then present woman cases. And man the team up in knocking chest. Say no. Before now, in the communities where they work, so where the woman and grabs the room meeting, then we want husband in agree. Okay. Now the husband and the only man.
Okay, so that also make our ask the question about if now we done the all so many engagements with woman them, how so back when we done the reach to man them for make them get the understanding say, woman themselves can do this, or now if not allow on our frame, themselves can be a pay setter and themselves can help na the host or themselves can help as a family who say owner as man stop or owner tire. How now can don't get the engagement with them man and themselves.
So it's simple. Simply put, now, because of the engagement that we don't get with the men them in this activity we call, as I say, positive masculinity, town meetings, on-air town meetings, and so on and so forth. Now the man now they remind the woman who stay on a meeting in the camp, and they like escort them to our meeting venues.
So you think this actually in a form of improvement when it comes and way our man can perceive something about woman?
Would they imagine if Talking Drum Studio and the partners 50-50 and band get enough money for engage the entire country for the next 10 years? Believe you me, the narrative, they change now the political landscape, especially at local level. The narrative, they change. Because the activities, they're so tailored so much so that the eyes of the men would open now for them understand, say, the body, the bulk of the domestic burden in the woman's shoulder. Allow them they come out of a normal woman role and they explore in talent and skills where God give them. By so doing, as I say, we get 2 deputy chairpersons. Okay. Now council, Gambia and Kono. They will get 17 councillors among this new batch of councillors that we want na council. So it's a testimony. You go see, yes, it's still small.
So when you talk about council, is it at the Freetown Union or generally across?
So the project is not in Freetown. Now then 7 districts there. Okay. As they say, the project inside 7 districts will be done list. So and then council then they.
So now inside then 7 districts and then are they the 17 woman council?
Yes.
Because person might want for object about say, well, generally in the one whole country we get over 30 council of them. 30 woman council of them. So if you talk about 17.
The female council, them plenty across the country, you understand? Them plenty across the country. But as I say, this project targets those districts.
Okay.
And based on the contributions made by this project and the partners them, we also reach to the woman them. And somebody go on for no say, well, waiting at the scope. If this project go on for done, if they expire. Yes, the projects in lifespan they come to an end in June. So this National Public Policy Dialogue also now one of the climax activity them. We bring together stakeholders from across the country for camp projects, especially for position women in the peace and security agenda, and also women political representation in 2020. Just discuss all around those topics then. Just so you know, this project also contributes, it's a contributing factor to the 2022 GUI who they see so today.
Okay.
How? So when the discourse around GUI come up, 2 awareness raising, consistent engagement across communities, telling them about the gains where GUI gets. Because you know go tell them go read na Bonkelenke go read the GUI Act. Believe me. So it's talking to government important and dissect and understand the GUI Act and put them in local language, let the people understand and say, if you not come out now, the government is ready for support now.
Okay, so as you say, technology they play a big role when it comes to how they pass on information and how person for understand the information quickly. So the role of technology in them particular project there, so how not only you make use of technology for make them people already for across the region there, so really actually get the understanding, but waiting so far not only try for make them they really achieve.
Okay, so this is one impediment to the successes or the gains. The project for to make more gains if we be able to get the woman name. So in fact, this comes as a discourse from one of the participants in the hall today, the Packet Women President, Auntie Marie. They say women largely they shy away from technology. Women know for kind of radio. even when they sabi something, they don't want for go talk na radio. They don't want for go na phone. I mean,
Old phone.
Old phone. Do something on send on social media, make them viral about what is sabi. So the project is looking at that. We want to thank we donor partner, which is the Irish government, and we are looking forward for more open doors, even from them, because they have been with us from, as I say, from the days of search for common ground to now. So if we continue to have such funds, then we'll continue to look towards the end of the direction of technologies to see how we would sync technology.
Yeah, because I just want to ask if you go give specifics about how really una plan for address the issue of technology among the women there, so now for make them get a better life.
So now the funds for available.
Okay.
Because you know they talk about technology where the funds not they not a small approach than they the quarterly funds where they give the CSOs them not enough for them begin. What should they support them with now? Because then local organization they don't support them with some computers and already for now they say they will write and report them. But it goes beyond just laptop or desktop.
Okay, all right. Continue for still three inside the program. And name now Tommy McCarthy. He come out from Talking Drum Studio. I see there also for tell more about the dialogue way them as an organization or consortium of an organization, them or civil society organization, them do for sake how they can empower women them and the country. The Minister of Communication don't say in governments they look for innovative and entrepreneurship strategy them where they go use for building foundation for develop the country. It talk this way when they open the Freetown Innovative Week now the Freetown City Council building Monday, May 13 this year. I be there the end. We could listen to the report.
How do we make Sierra Leone this conducive environment where foreign tech startups look at Sierra Leone as an ideal place to come test? Back in the day, we consider this concept of country as a lab. Regardless of what citizen they're from, it is a startup that goes within your ecosystem and it benefits you. So how do we create this ecosystem for Sierra Leone where foreign tech startups see Sierra Leone as a place where I could come seed and test my ideas? Because that has several benefits. Economic benefits, potentially, but you're also thinking about knowledge transfer and capacity development for our ecosystem. So let us not see it as these invaders coming in. Actually, the ecosystem, the private sector should welcome them in.
That's not the Minister of Communication, Salima Monomoba, been talk about how people and innovator them for make Salone get the attraction for draw foreign investor them by innovative technology in the country as immediately open the Freetown Innovation Week where Innovation Salone organized from May 13 to 16 this year na the Freetown City Council building. Salone don dey embrace innovation technology for push economic growth and development. The government with different organizations and startup them don dey work for make use of technology for address social challenge them and make fast progress na major sector them. As keynote speaker of the program, Minister Salima Monomoba go before for talk about how in government they look for innovative entrepreneurship strategy them where they go build foundation on for develop Salone and same way so talk about the tech summit where the ministry plan for organize for improve the technology ecosystem in the country.
So in terms of regulatory reforms, we're looking at an innovation entrepreneurship strategy that really builds that out. There's a draft and following up of this event actually, as Francis mentioned, with tech innovation, you did several events. So we're actually planning a tech summit that's going to be happening from the 11th to the 13th, where we really look, I think as a government, it's the one, private sector has done amazing in trying to bring the ecosystem along, but I think as a government, this will be our first entrance into trying to also bring the ecosystem along with us. So we're hoping to validate that entrepreneurship strategy because as I keep, every time I engage with them, I tell them, I don't do this for me. If we're talking about the innovation entrepreneurship strategy, we're also working on a digital startup legislation. Those are legislations that benefit people in the ecosystem and the stakeholders. So I would really want to see how it is driven by them. I take the example of Nigeria. I spoke to the guys who did their amazing, they have a beautiful digital startup legislation.
The opening of the Freetown Innovation Week for the second term now for look for where they go solve local challenge them through entrepreneurship, technology and innovation. The goal now for fast track the progress pan technology in the country through collaborative partnership them across different sector, community them as they go to address urban challenge them through innovative solution them.
This year team, they focus on climate change adaptation technology them, circular economy, artificial intelligence, and agricultural technology. Inside in talk pan the program, Francis Stevens George, one are the founder and CEO of Innovation Salone, say the ecosystem gets big weakness we get for do with money and angel money not in a salon. E carry on for say, for make innovation technology work proper one at the country, they need plenty support from art people them.
I strongly believe that since 2017, Innovation SL and some others will be inspired. We are on that path to get a startup to an MVP, as you said, to when are the investment ready. It takes, some really serious handholding. Unfortunately, the ecosystem has a huge weakness, and that is on the financial part. There is no angel money in Sierra Leone. So with Madam Emma Fofana, we're working on that. And because you need angels, you can't have your friends, fools, and families. You need an angel. That's how. So a lot of them in Nigeria, the guys flutter with. It was Mr. Tommy Davis that invested the $250,000 they needed to develop the MVP.
Kweku Melvin Lisk, now the deputy mayor of the Freetown City Council, they talk about the council imposition for deal with problem them like climate change and call on young people them for make use of the space when it comes to innovation business. Without innovation, they not go able beat them challenge here.
As deputy mayor of Freetown City, I'm actually aware of the stark realities that we are faced with in terms of the pressures we get through climate change and innovation. The threats has already been highlighted by the minister and also other contributors so far. In response to these challenges, as the Freetown City Council, we have created a platform wherein we're encouraging young people to actually take an active role in the innovation space. This is important because it's a strategy that underscores the importance of actually utilizing and exploiting that space as far as young people are concerned. Central to our approach is the recognition that the solutions must be multifaceted and inclusive. That is why we have adopted a blended approach that leverages both young and old and various levels and types of tech in Freetown. Even through our climate change activities, we've actually adopted innovation because for the most part, the challenges in Freetown, without innovation, we cannot surmount these challenges, especially when it comes to various aspects of our operations. Garbage collection, waste management, you name it, up to the cemeteries. Without innovation, we cannot achieve these things.
For Rise Radio, Samuel Ali Kamara, the report.
This now Yone Salone, where they meet you live na Rise Radio 96.3 FM. We still get inside the studio Tommy McCarthy, when are the program coordinator for Talking Drum Studio Salone, as he also for telling more about the dialogue where them gets today as consortium of civil society organization them for look into woman business. So now we come back again, Tommy. You be done to talk about how technology self capable for help woman empowerment, where you make mention say if not get the funds then it go be realistic. But again, you they talk about the district them, 5 district that we wanna say una be done the cater for. Now una don't have 2 we get for do it when Moyamba and Karine district. How una go about for make una realize say then district there so for be part pan them 5 district there so for go 7 we actually they face marginalization with woman voice they know they hear them.
So in project management, every aspect of intervention, beneficiary or target community, therefore you need to just go into it when do survey.
Okay.
So every intervention you just do survey before you take a step, and then at the end of the project again they do evaluation for see whether within you be doing the baseline survey you do address them. So we go into those additional districts after a survey was done.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've said this. So, but the obvious district when I carry for the obvious fact, apart from survey, say it will be new district. In fact, it's as new as not up to almost years now.
Okay.
So all the facilities, all the structures, we other districts that we don't live since we were born. They not get them. So we think and say, okay, let's go inside it quick and begin to see how they put in structure there, especially ensuring we have the WCSGs there inside it. when are women group, then they ensure we get CSO, they work with them, and so on. The project in Dream, talking drum in Dream, the partners in Dream, now for see how they expand. But based on the portfolio where the project gets with 3 partners, you know that we extend where you know get funds. So for now, we are limited into those 7 districts.
Okay. So what are the specific policy change the way you think say needed for make advance women rights suppose for the in governance?
So you bring me to the legal aspect now, and I go on for a little bit downsize in that aspect. I go say for let we get women them for be hard, then self need for come out.
Okay.
Because if we have out of, and I like that to be somebody be answer a question today in the hall. I think it was Dr. Friendly Mock. We say the advocacy now we need for the go on. In fact, instead of you say policies we for in place, I want to start it from the point of view of advocacy.
Okay.
The advocacy way for the go now as we move towards gradually towards 2028. Now, how for if we are still going to go with the PR system, now for ensure political parties they like abide by the rule of instead of one man, one woman, it be either one man, one man, or one woman, one man, one woman.
Okay.
If we drive that, then the political space will be shared close to 50-50
so,
in 2028.
Religion now one key thing we can make woman them can tend for take the back seat. You know, the way and manner how the man can perceive certain religious beliefs them. So I mean how then dialogue they also don't they actually they preach out, you know, try for like make people understand, say, yes, you can get your own perception about religion, but this you get for do with national development and use yourself as a human being, you get for do with self-empowerment.
All right. So today again, one of the imam answered that question there. He say Islam. First of all, I'm a Christian. He say Islam, the only thing we not permit woman for do, well among the things we not permit woman for do, now for let it be imam.
Okay.
Especially some man then they. But among them as women, they normal, they can able to pray them. Like because now, if na so woman, then, for example, they inside this room here, they want for pray, then the woman can pray, can lead as imam, something like that, if I understand them well. This is meaning that the religion they tolerates the aspect of women for come forward.
Okay.
That is why when we do the faith-based engagement them, now all as to this project get a series of activity where they do. We get faith-based engagement when again how the religious sect they put themselves together and push the cases of women forward. So religion not they restrict women. For come not to them, that traditional practice in this modern days, religion, no, they restrict women for take the space even forward.
Okay, so what really they restrict women them for push forward from the different region them we make una add Moyamba and that of Karine district?
You want for this one I want to be a little bit personal. Coming at the come up from the 3 consortium, a little bit personal. What will restrict women them from coming out?
What can restrict women?
Is themselves.
Not themselves.
Yes. That is 1. 2, the society.
How?
Good. So you believe, say, in certain parts of the country now, laws then we don't put we they in place where they make woman and the team up as paramount chief.
Okay.
Yes. So whilst other parts of the country, woman and the team up as paramount chief. So if we get a uniform policy across the country, where all women any side day can team up as paramount chief, now they will begin start first. Now, certain time in day where because of norms and cultural practices and norms in the country, certain time in the way women know they come on and do for doing activity based on with cultural norms and so on. But we'll leave that as a discourse for another day.
Yeah.
Also, I want to pay attention to the fact that society no they allow women to come out because the laws they don't with the society male we demand and don't make, they just feel say we not able woman not able to come out for come. For example, in some part of the north, you cannot get a woman for come out as paramount chief. Never. Okay. Until there is a review of those policies around those districts and then trip them.
Okay, so Salone really they improve when it comes gender business, when it comes promoting women's rights, women's empowerment. We really they improve as a nation.
We are getting there, and I like again. I go just want for reiterate or maybe trumpet way one of the participants when I want honorable, maybe the Tidina at the hall Rebecca. The same question was asked. Say, are we improving? And the answer, we again are going for just borrow.
Okay.
We are getting there. Okay. It's a gradual process.
Okay.
We are getting there. Remember, in 2018 period, election period, that period is 2018 to 2022, now being less than 12% of female representation in parliament. And today we are talking about 29%.
Okay, well, continue for still three inside the program. We'll come talk more. After this, we go read with text messages them. Sustainable Community Network, SCN, don't join hand with youth them and with youth in action against drug them for all one drug awareness campaign for fight against kush na the country. Also, the Director of Operations for Sustainable Community Network, when Thomas Niamawa say, this now one way for raise awareness and get everybody for come together for this year. So we reporter Patricia Kabia, Midepat, and gonna report.
As the number of young people where they take don dey increase na the country, and this don dey cause side effects them like mental issue, swell foot, and self-sore where they come up pan them body. And bokora bad thing them, and this don dey affect their life and career. For sake of that, Sustainable Community Network (SCN) join hand with Youth in Action Against Drug, don't call on Papa government and community people for raise awareness and campaign against drug abuse. This campaign begets different people from different places them we come together for fight kush, as this don't they be a threat to Salone and serve to the next generation of this country. The Director of Operations na Sustainable Community Network, Thomas Nyamawa, be talk about how this campaign important and serve the main motive of this campaign.
Sense is basically simple: to sensitize the community, to sensitize everyone that we come across on the bad effect of drug abuse, especially kush. You know, we all know that kush is destroying our youthful population. So we want to sensitize people to take it seriously, to see how best they can stop. We can bring this to an end. The primary with the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. So whatever else anybody does, be it an NGO, a community-based organization, is complementing that effort. So our little effort is to complement their effort.
As this na all man faith and self, everybody gets in own part for make a positive change. This event be aimed for address drug addiction effective one by way how them go push community involvement and steps for a drug-free society. With this backdrop, we make the CEO and founder for Youth in Action Against Drug, Sule Costello Camara, self be say this.
We all get responsibility. One of the responsibility now for Sierra Leone free from this dangerous virus what we call kush. If we all continue this fight, we all put our hands together, including the law enforcement agencies then, especially the police. It will be very easy for we picking them tomorrow. No say no to you picking. No say no to your brother. No say no to your sister. It will one day be somebody very close to you. We not relent in this fight. We will fight this fight till we win this fight.
Ibrahim Samuel Tuba, Director of Training and Community Relations, na the Drug Law Enforcement Agency, self be talk this.
From local government fight number now, on our every Sierra Leonean fight. Since the declaration of the President on April 4th, where it told me to kush not become now a state of public health emergency. It means that every Sierra Leonean fight. And so it means we all need to come together. Waiting Yard and SCN don't do so, now a complete showcase to say everybody else and every other community need to take this fight to the community. Because at community level, we all get a role to play. It might not affect you directly, but in one way or the other, it will affect you. Because if people that get into drugs and community, the community not safe in terms of security. The community not safe in terms of the young one that will grow up to that community. Because drug that's something we get a tendency to destroy the youth, to destroy the young one, to destroy people and dreams, to destroy the focus of the young one that will come up. So right now, we will pay attention on how to prevent the drug, especially among the school-going beginners in our community, among the one that will grab up on 1 or 2 or 3 years old, and for now we all able to fight together and eradicate kush common as a rule.
As the future of young people where they take kush na the country they at risk, they end up for call on Papa government and other surrogate organization them for putting together for Fetis Fed. Reporting for Rise Radio, Mina Patricia Kabia.
And the program now we Yone Salone where they come to you live now. Rise Radio 96.3 FM. Right now we Brookfield Studios. Well, now time for me to take some messages and we don't come inside the program today. 077-963-963 and number and we say go send a text message and be part of the program. You can say watch we live now Facebook page Rise Radio 96.3 FM. Well, this first message say what kind of strategy them on can go employ for empower women them for take on leadership role them pan government business. This one they come out from Safia to Kane. Another message we say Mr. Tommy inside the studio. I like the way on a position they for make una say una help woman them for make them get life na the country. Kudos to una, but una need for do more. This one they come out from Daniela Mansari. This other message say, what kind of civil society organization them for play for make them go promote gender equality pan government business? I want for no because this is very key when it comes to woman business. This other message say, how una go ensure for say woman them from all region them and background them gets represented by inside political institution them. Please answer my question, sir. This one they come out from Miata Suma. Another message we say, good evening, Rise Radio. I'm enjoying the program, but what I want to know is how long has Talking Drum Studio involving into women's issues? Because all I know for them is to do plays like the Atunda Ayendas and the soap operas. Can they tell me more? This one they come out from Fatima Johnson. Another message will say, Mr. Tommy in the studio, please, how can your organization address negative stereotypes and biases against women in politics? Well, we'll find our text message inside the program say, good evening, Rise Radio, and the guest in the studio. What I want to know is how can intergenerational dialogue promote women's leadership in governance, and also what are the steps involved in seeing that women are being empowered positively, and also how can it be a lasting effect to society? This they come out from Michaela Cole, where the text from Campbell Street. Well, all this will get them for inside with text message and make we come to you, Tommy, for make you respond to them.
All right, let's start with Michaela Cole, where they ask first about intergenerational discourse. We use that for help capacitate women interest and needs. So, if they follow up, as I say, we Talking Drum and its partners, we employ different approach, different activities. Then, we in our engagement, for example, when we convene town hall meetings, inside the demography of people cut across. We get youth, we get the aged, we get persons with disability, we get women, and so all of those ones represent different generation at some point. So it's a matter of consistency. It's a matter of having it continually. Those discussions, those engagement, we'll get there. And somebody, the first texter asked around what are the strategy for empower women them.
Yeah.
So it's now it is just capacity support. So and you be asked a question if not just talk no more. So we they provide meager cash support to the women them every 3 months.
Okay.
We then especially this year so them we then they use for run the offices then because then get offices local then get local structure the way they run offices at that level there. But you have to imagine like how the economy they go na the world so right now. I don't go do for the right project and all those things. They don't know they're not sabi it. But based on then capacity support what they give them, they come up. For example, RAG na Cambia. It's a female-led organization. They be able to write a proposal. Then we get at some point, I think 2 years ago, 150 million euros for a local organization. You go on for say that is a very big gain, but all boils down to the capacity support we give them. So it's about constant capacity support based on we always do needs assessment. Outside and lack, then we'll go address that issue then. Somebody asks, say, how come Talking Drum Studio involved by women advocacy? But before I can somebody ask again the strategy, one of the strategies is constant advocacy.
Okay.
It is continual talking. Push, we will not take cane and go for change the structure and say, okay, women participation in governance should be by force. No. But we will persist, we will continue to say, continue to talk. And one day, somebody go here, you will say yes. Then one day, their voice will be heard.
Okay.
So let me just address the issue, the concern around why make Talking Drum, they do advocacy for women now.
Okay.
So please, this person will ask that question and all other citizens will they go with that I don't call it misconception. Well,
It's a perception, is it?
Whatever, yes. It's a perception that Talking Drum Studio now on radio. Now radio where they do drama, where they do play them. Okay, let me take me time for explain this today. So Talking Drum Studio na NGO. In fact, na a peace building and governance NGO. We get 2 arms for implement our activities. One is community engagement. We do town meet like all this dialogue today. So we do town meeting across. We organize political debates for people. The 2023 elections, we organized about 88 local level debates them across the country, especially for local councillors. Then when we vie for the position. Now, strength comes around media engagement. Okay. The famous Atunda Ayenda. Now they make people understand about Talking Drum Studio. So why make people misunderstand or take we for be a radio station or we do drama and play? Because they amplify we activities, we community engagement and 2 radio programs. We cannot go to every community. But also at Map Social as you know, so they talk. I am going worldwide because on the Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Good. So we believe say engaging the media with the day one side, we go plenty places. So Kindena Makeni, for example, they organize on-air town hall meeting.
Okay.
The entire district, they get that program there.
Okay, well, I think we'll go holiday for now. Well, make we join Esther Nene Kamara for more court updates.
Magistrate Sakekona Panemba Court number 1, Don Sen Christiana Johnny, Faso Juo, Kombe Sise, and Nasiru Sisego remand, na the male and female correctional center for a police alleged say, then calls Anthony Keita, the pastor Nazwe International Worship Center within a book face, and stone the church building. For the first time, Christiana Johnny, Paso Juru, Kombe Sise and Nasiru Sise the team up before magistrate na court for answer to 6 counts charge them. Conspiracy contrary to law, riotous conduct contrary to Section 12 of the Public Order Act, Act number 46 of 1965, as replaced and repealed by Section 12A of the Amendments, Act number 15 of 1973. Wounding contrary to Section 20 of the Offense Against the Persons Act 1861, assault occasioning actual bodily harm contrary to Section 47 of the Offence Against the Persons Act 1861, 20 meters at the church building, and insults and provocation, contrary to Section 3, Subsection 1 of the Public Order Act number 46 of 1965. According to police file na that, Sunday, March 10, na Bar Street, Buffield, inside Freetown, the accused people named Christiana Juni, Faso Juro, Kombe Sise, Nasiru Sise, and other people the police no sabi, because the pastor Nazure Church, Pastor Anthony Keita, and sandstone by the church building, where according to law, they're not supposed to do so. When they begin and explain the charge them to the accused people them, they not be talk nothing. For go before with the case, ASP Masaye be called in witness na court for talk but waiting in nobody case. After the witness begin in statement na court, the defendant lawyer them with the team for the first, second and third accused people them be asked for bail, but Magistrate Sakekura not be give bail to the accused people them and send a go remand na the male and female correctional center na Freetown. Sote May 16 this year. As we continue to look inside the case between Samuel Kolka and Charles Abbas Bangura, Magistrate Sakekura na Panamba Court number 1, don't give bail warrant to Samuel Kolka, the accused person, and Ishoti. Samuel Kolka don determine before magistrate na court for answer to 3 counts charge them. Obtaining money by false pretense, contrary to Section 31, Subsection 1 of the Licensing Act 1916, malicious damage, contrary to Section 51 of the Malicious Damage Act 1861, and obtaining money by false pretense, contrary to Section 32, Subsection 1 of the Licensing Act 1916. Police file say account 1 inside different day than a February wey police no sabi, inside Freetown, the accused Samuel Coker be maliciously damage one sport edition inside glass where they register CAB 416 wey value $850 United States dollar, wey Pasalo money cost 19,977,000 euros. Charles Abbas Bangura in property. According to police file na that, inside February in a different day the way police no sabi, the accused Samuel Coker be maliciously damage one sport edition inside glass where they register CAB 416 wey value $850 United States dollar, wey Pasalo money na 19,977 euros. Charles Abbas Bangura in property. Na count 2 na different day the way police no sabi, inside October 2023 and November 2023 inside Freetown, the accused Samuel Coker before Charles Abbas Bangura 9,000 euros, where he be take for make in Steve steering by in sports edition Toyota 4Runner Jeep with registration number AUN 929. Inside count 3, Samuel Coker na days the way police no sabi inside December before Charles Abbas Bangura 2,500 euros for make a motorcar in sensor with registration number ARK 512 where he not be able for do am. For go before with the case, Magistrate Sakekura be called the case na court, but the accused and Ishoti not be there na court. That be make Magistrate Sakekura be give bench warrants to the accused person and Ishoti and adjourn the case to May 21 this year. For Rise Radio, Mina Esther Nene Kamara.
And this now we Yone Salone program where they come to you live na Rise Radio 96.3 FM. Well, Tommy, as we dey wrap up now, what go be your final message with regards on a dialogue today, and what you go on for left to fumble them for make them know about how on for continue for they make more dialogue like this kind, and now what you know for achieve in the future for making us say women's rights be seen, be heard, and also women be empowered to on a medium them.
All right, so we'll continue to do what we like doing best. Which will do so we like for talk and advocate for the marginalized group, who include young people, women, persons with disability, and so on and so forth. So as I for that conclude, for talking to continue for day na in operations na money. So in the discourse today, a lot of things then come around hanging hanging concerns way and the way go attract a lot of attention, and I'm glad the kind of charade of people that will be there inside the auditorium today.
Okay.
I just dey pray say those discussions don't go provoke and attract funding from development partners them across the country or across the world. So we want to do more. And then for assure the Salone citizens them, for talk for women, and now with people with man is saying we hobby.
Mm-hmm.
We now an example of positive masculinist them. We a man there, of course, woman and the organization, but the man them plenty there. But we focus all thing about we is the interest of women them. Now they push go before.
Okay.
So please, I want to continue for talk to citizens. You know, it's talking come studio not to also play with them. But they do play there. Yes, we do drama. We do participatory theater. We do soap operas. Every activity, every project, for example, get a designated radio program.
Okay.
Get a designated. For example, this project, this Strength in Women project, in designated project in radio program, we call them Colat Barre.
Okay.
Why? The gains, the things with the project they develop, now inside the climax in the radio program.
Okay.
It also gets part of Atunda Yena, the cover. So we will not do without the radio programs.
Okay. Well, we say plain thank to you, Tommy McCarthy, we come up from Talking Drum Studio for can tell more about una dialogue today una been get for make una say women's voices be heard, and also then continue forget the space where then the desire for. Well, now also the program we Yone Salone go left you for today. Plenty thanks to we studio guest we na Tommy McCarthy, we na the program coordinator for Talking Drum Studio Salone. As he be done there also for tell we but then dialogue will then be host today.
Yone Salone, they come to you from Rise Radio 96.3 FM with support from Africell. Plenty thank you. So you will take it time for listening and self you will send message now the program.
Thank you to reporter them we bring the story them come to now. We produce na Musa by Sise, studio engineer na Mohamed Roberts, John S. Koma and Temu Bangura. We make on see you live now on Facebook page, and we executive producer na Maria Maba. We will make this particular program reach to the name na Samuel Ali Kamara.
And me na Musa by Sise. Don't forget for listening to English news. So they come to 8 o'clock receiving time, and tomorrow morning for we Rise and Shine show. Stay tuned. Tomorrow we will bring another edition of the program come to you. Yone Salone. On for say Tata and stay tuned to Rise Radio 96.3 FM.